for more on riding the rocket this holiday season. Let's bring in TTC spokesperson Stuart Green, which I'm sure this is going to be our last chat for the year. It's always great to chat with you, Stuart. Let's talk about what riders need to know and some of the changes ahead of the holidays.
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest things that are on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, we will be operating on holiday schedules with subway and most surface routes starting at around 8 a.m. on their regular schedules. Boxing Day and New Year's Eve will be operating on a slightly modified schedule with the subway starting at 6 a.m. but still on those on the Sunday service schedules. So those are some things to keep in mind. If you look at the TTC website, we'll have all of that information there. The biggest piece of good news is that, of course, New Year's Eve, we're free once again this year, as we have been for many, many years. We'll offer free service right through until 8 a.m. on New Year's Day, so you don't have to worry about getting to and from your events and finding cabs or Ubers or what have you. Just take the TTC, we'll get you there safely, and it's free all night. And we'll be extending subway service on New Year's Eve by 1 hour. So the last trains will leave Union Station around 2:30, and they'll make connections at lines 2 and 4 after that. So you'll be able to you've got plenty of time to get home after the clock strikes 12.
Stuart, I'm trying to remember how long the free rides on New Year's Eve has been going on for. Do you know that? How many years?
Oh, you're testing me. I've been here almost 10, and it's been every year since I've been here. So it's a great tradition we have, and it's really important. I mean, it's important for us to make sure that the city is moving around safely, and making sure that people are as least stressed as possible on New Year's Eve. It should be a night of fun and celebration without having to think about how you're getting home. Yeah, we'll get you there.
And I think arguably some of the most important aspects of that initiative is the fact that for people out there, they're consuming alcohol. They want to have a good time. It just prevents more people from drinking and just getting behind the wheel. They have a free option.
Yeah, and we see it every year. We see great uptick with use of the TTC every year, and that's why we're extending the service hours by 1 hour, making sure that we're catching those last people who may be out imbibing well beyond the midnight hour. But of course, that's their prerogative. And even if you missed that last subway leaving Union Station at 2:30, we've still got the Blue Night service, which runs all night, 24/7 or 24. Pardon me, after subway service stops until 8 a.m. the next morning. But again, it's all free until 8 a.m. on New Year's Day.
And just lastly, I know that in terms of numbers for ridership, I think they were a little bit down in the downtown core. I know the TTC was hoping for more people to get back to work. What are some of the ways you think that the TTC, other ways the TTC can encourage people to start taking the rocket and increase ridership as we head into 2026?
Yeah, so there were two really important factors that kept our ridership below our expectations this year. One was the international students being reduced by, we saw about a 50% drop in monthly pass sales from international students once that program changed, and the international students are no longer part of the equation. The other piece is return to office. We had anticipated a slightly higher uptick in return to office over the course of this past year. We expect to see that uptick in 2026 a bit. We've also got the World Cup in 2026, so those should help us get our numbers up from where they were this year. And certainly we're estimating something a little more flatline, a little more akin to the 2024 numbers, as opposed to just banking on people returning to office. But it's really important that we do things like free New Year's Eve service. We're going to introduce fare capping next year. The city is supporting that through the budget. These are the kinds of things that get people back on transit. And of course, safety. Safety is a huge issue for us. You were just running that story about that hateful incident, and we'll of course support police. But we're doing more to support customer safety. We hear that that's an impediment, and we know the system is getting safer. The numbers show that, but that we need to instill that sense of that feeling of safety. That's really important too. So we'll do all of that, and we'll get those riders back over the longer term.
And I also know it's been a very busy year, opening of a new line, the Finch West LRT. I also wanted to ask you about just how things are going to try and improve some of the speed concerns on that particular line.
Yeah, there's no question that the Finch West line is operating slower than we wanted, and certainly slower than scheduled. Keeping in mind that we are in what's called a soft opening phase. One of the lessons learned out of the Ottawa LRT public inquiry, and I think most people are familiar with what happened in Ottawa, was ensuring that you're ramping up service to full service. So, for instance, we're closing the line at 10 p.m. But there's also a lot of learning that has to be done. The infrastructure was tested and it's safe. but it wasn't tested at full capacity with people, hundreds of people getting on and off and thousands of extra pounds of weight on the system. That makes the trains drive a little differently. So there's a lot we're learning. And of course, anything that we can apply to Line 5, we will. So when that opens, we'll have things like, transit signal priority, for example, is a big thing that can help us speed up trip times in that open cut area, and certainly on Line 5 in the open cut area, and Line 6 is all above ground. So these are the kinds of...
And lastly, before I let you go, Stuart, top priorities for 2026, what are you hoping to achieve?
Well, really, for us, it's going to be about getting riders back, reinstilling that confidence, getting people back on public transit, making sure they know that the system is safe and clean and reliable. Reliability is going to be a big challenge for us, and it's a big opportunity for us, too, to prove that we're a good way to get around the city, we're a safe way to get around the city, and that's our commitment to our customers and the people of Toronto.
That's TTC spokesperson Stuart Green. Always great to chat. Have yourself a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, my friend.
Thanks, Jamie. Same to you.